black bit in the middle turns for your thermostat. So I'm on 2000 and number 9, so that's the sort of highest output. So all that's doing now is heating up an electric element inside your fire here. Okay?
Okay.
So, stop that one off. We'll come down to your gas. Now your gas is on the fire here, and it is as simple as turn it, hear it clicking, all you do is just hold that down. As soon as it stops clicking, lift your finger off, that's it lit. It is as easy as that. There's no clicky buttons or anything. If it hasn't lit, it will just keep going tick, 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 and all you literally do is just hold that down again. And again, 1 to 10 on here is just a level, your thermostat rating as such. Okay. So all that's doing now, the gas burners are in here, and the heat will just literally come up straight out the front of the fire.
Yeah.
So obviously it's an air blown system, so to circulate this hot air around the fan, this is the fan on the other side. All you do for heat is turn it to A. What this fan will do, now I've got it on A and number 5. So what this is, all of a sudden, once this is up to temperature, the fan will kick in and just start blowing the hot air around. The fan won't kick in yet because it's not designed to blow cold air around, it's designed to blow hot air. So it will only kick in when your fire's up to temperature. And then once it's heated the fan up to that temperature, the fan will automatically shut off, and it will only kick in again when it's dropped below that temperature again, and it needs to heat back up.
So does it circulate to those vents?
These, all your little vents, you see like the cream one in the corner up behind me here, and there's various ones dotted around. That's literally where it blows the hot air around.
Right.
So it will circulate your air around. And this setting here works exactly the same whether you're running on the gas down here or you're running on the electrics up there. All this side does is literally just the fan.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll jump forward. It's not winter time anymore, we're in summertime and it's red hot in here. What you can do is turn this little lever to the little hand symbol on this side, and what this is now is a manual for your fan. So all this is doing now is drawing in air externally and just blowing it round your fan. So it just adds an extra sort of, it's just like putting a fan on the side inside your fan, so it just circulates the air around. Yeah, a bit of air movement. And then obviously back into the middle, switches your fan off.
Lovely.
Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, with the gas and the electric, you can have them both on at the same time. So if it's deepest, darkest winter and it's -10 outside, for starters I'll be questioning why I was caravanning, but if you did want to, what you can do is you can run on the gas and the electric at the same time, and it'll just speed up. Again, it just speeds up the time that your heating system will heat up for you.
Right,
Okay?
Yeah.
And if you can hear it clicking like that, that's because I just haven't quite turned it enough
right.
to shut it off.
Okay.
Right, I'll move on to the water tank next. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? So, the water tank is situated underneath here. So the tank's underslung, so it's underslung here. This cover nicely lifts off, and then there's the cap to get into the water tank. Now the reason you get into it is because you have to manually drain it. So, again, winter time, you need to make sure all the water's out of your van. There is, literally, put your hand in the hole and there's a plug. All you literally need to do is pull the plug out. It's as simple as that. I'll put it back in because there was a bit of water in it, so it's just flooding the floor as we speak. So that's all you do is just simply pull that plug out, and that will drain all that contents of that tank out for you. Obviously once it's drained, you can either put the plug in a drawer or something, or just pop it back in. It's totally up to yourselves.
And how does that fill up?
I'll get onto that bit now. Right, so that's where your tank's situated. But for filling that tank up is all underneath the front end here. So there is a lovely diagram on here which way round you need to have the levers. The easiest thing to remember is this first line here is the white tap you can see there.
Yeah.
And then this side here relates to the blue tap that's just on the back there. You see the two taps.
Yeah.
Now the only thing is, don't ask me why, this switch is backwards. It's the other way round. The easiest way to remember it is look which way the T junction is, and then look which way the T junction is on the white one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all it is. That it confused me a bit this morning because I thought, oh no, I'm in that direction. It's not. It's because that it's backwards compared to the diagram on your wall there.
Yeah.
So it does explain on here to fill the tank is having them both across that ways. So all you need to do is have the blue one pointing that way and the yellow one the other way round.
Yeah.
Well,
And
the
then
white one, sorry.
when
and then all that does is when you switch your water pump on there, that will run your water pump then, and all it will simply do is draw the water out that Akerol, straight up into the van, straight across the pipes here round, and we'll fill that tank up.
When it's full, does it automatically shut
Yes,
off?
yeah, it will shut off. If it does overrun, all it will literally do is there's an overflow on that tank and it will just trickle out underneath the van. It won't
Okay.
flood internally or anything inside the van.
Right.
And then it has got the different settings on here for when you want to run off the tank. So all you need to do is change the white the blue lever in the back to a crossways like that, and then you're drawing off your internal tank. Well, obviously for external, as I've got it at the minute, is the one pointing that way and the other pointing that way.
So if you were, like you say, freezing cold outside, you could fill that up and then it stays, the water wouldn't freeze, would it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that is the thing. So obviously when you're in the van, it will limit the way it freezes, but there is still a potential of your water system freezing up.
yeah.
But obviously if you're here in it, in the winter, obviously it's the heat inside here which will stop anything from freezing. The only things you'll find if you are out in deepest darkest winter is you may find your waste pipe may freeze up outside, or maybe even your water inlet pipe may freeze.
Yeah.
But it's just the perils of being
Yeah.
out in deepest darkest winter really more than anything. But as I say, I mean the tank's there as an option if you want to use it. You are right in the winter. If you fill up one, you've got less chance of that freezing up. Then you have your Akerol externally.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a big water container like that to freeze up, it's got to be cold.
Yeah.
And again, I would be questioning why am I caravanning in it
Why not?
when when there's icicles hanging on the outside of
when
the
you're
caravan.
when you're on the run.
Oh yeah, witness protection. I forgot. So light switches for these ones are just little light switches underneath the front there. There's one on either side as well. Obviously, various storage. You're happy with making up your front bed? Sort of. So all this does is that rail pulls all the way out, all the way to the end of here, and then all you simply do is turn your back, your long cushions upside down, and that's what makes your mattress across the front here. Now, as for the positions you lay these in, lay them to the way you find it comfortable. Obviously, I'm quite a large lad, so I've got quite a rear end, so I need a good sturdy bit underneath my backside. Where obviously yourselves, you literally position these cushions in a way that you find it comfortable to sleep on. And then obviously all you do is just slide that back in when you're not using it. The little flashing light you can see at the front here, so this is your onboard motion sensor. So that's what will trigger the alarm system if anyone breaks into your van as such. Okay.
Okay.
So, moving on down, got your lovely kitchen cupboard, so you've got the lovely drawers that slide out, and then also you've got your draining board and your chopping board inside there for you. So, obviously various storage, we have got your lovely awning light inside here, it is switched on there, so that's how you turn your outside light on and off. So, what should we do next? We'll do your fridge next. So, your fridge will run on gas, as I've got it on at the minute. This button here changes your power select, so it will run on electric, which is a little plug symbol, or on the vehicle battery. Well, obviously, as you see, it's flashing at the front here, and it's come up with a little spanner on here. That's letting me know there's no power source off the vehicle battery, obviously, because we're not plugged in. But if we were plugged in, the vehicle will run the fridge as you're driving down the road. For the gas, if the gas doesn't light, it'll do exactly the same, and that little blue light will flash at the front and the little spanner symbol will come up here. All you need to do to relight it is simply switch it off with the little button at the front, leave it a few seconds and switch it back on. And that will automatically prime and ignite the gas for you again. If you've tried that a few times and it's not lighting, it's then you just need to check if you have actually switched your bottle on or you haven't run out of gas on the front. Which you may laugh at, but it is.
Yeah,
it's quite easily done. It's easily done. It's easily done. So, running on gas and electric, your fridge is working at its full power. On the vehicle battery, it's just holding the temperature. So you need to make sure if you want to travel with items in your fridge, so if you're leaving home and you want to take some milk and I don't know, a nice bottle of wine or something for when you get there, make sure you've run your fridge on either gas or electric first, got it nice and cold, and then just before you set off, just jump inside, change it onto the vehicle battery, and then you know you're safe to drive off down the road and your fridge will keep your items nice and cold. Whereas if you just switch it on, put it onto vehicle battery, it may be tepid by the time you get there, but it certainly wouldn't be cold. But as long as you've got it cold first, that vehicle battery will hold the temperature inside the fridge for you. So the one on the other side is just your temperature. So obviously all 5 bars lit is the coldest your fridge will go, down to 1 bar, which is just the sort of lowest temperature your fridge will go. And then you just open it off the little catch on the side here, And there's your lovely fridge freezer. Okay.
Great.
So then obviously we've got another kitchen cupboard, so you've got another pull-out section, and then also your sort of smallish cutlery drawer on the top there. Now there is some gas shut-off valves just down the back in there. They are labelled on the door here, so you know which is which. Our main advice, if you do ever smell gas inside here, just switch your bottles off. Yeah. Them shut-off valves are more there for technicians if they ever want to remove your fridge or your freezer or anything like that. Okay. So what should I do next? So your last kitchen cupboard. So you got your plates and cup racking inside there, so you can secure everything. I'll do your microwave next. It's a really, really complicated microwave. What you do is turn the timer and it starts.
Yeah, I like that one.
And when it finishes, it goes. Fantastic.
Can you just do that again?
sorry. Yeah. So it goes, and then it goes. Dinner's ready. But then obviously in the top you have got the power select, so you can turn the microwave down as such. And then only advice is never travel with that inside there, just in case you hit a decent pothole or you have to swerve or anything. If it does happen to jump out of here, the first thing it's probably going to land on is your cooker lid, and it will smash your cooker lid. So either wrap it in a towel or pop it in your sink, or you can just simply wedge it underneath your cushion there. And if you've got that to move when you're driving down the road, I don't want to be in the car with you when you're driving down the road. Look at that, look! So I'll move on to your cooker next. So you have got your electric ring on the back here, which is 1 to 6 on this side. Obviously the electric ring will only run when you've got the 240 plugged in. It won't run off your Leisure battery because it'll flatten it in about 3 seconds flat, I think. So electric ring on the back, and then you've got 1, 2, 3 gas burners. You've got a lovely 12 volt igniter, so as long as there's power in your Leisure battery, you will always have a spark for your cooker. And it's as easy as quarter turn, hold down, ignite. There you go, as easy as that. So that's your 3 burners on the top. And then obviously we've got your grill pan and handle in there. The grill's just this one again, quarter turn, hold and ignite. Simple as that. Obviously you're seeing it's lighting first time now. That's because I've already primed it up. What you'll find when you've had your bottles off, it can take sort of 10, 20 seconds, something like that, you know, by the time it's pulled the gas back through again. And then last but not least, your lovely oven. Wish my oven was that clean at home. And there's your oven as well for you. And then we have got a lovely cupboard underneath here for your pots and pans. So anything heavy, keep them in the lower cupboards. There is a plug switch in the back there which relates to your electric ring on the top. So if you are ever switching your ring on and nothing happened, 9 out of 10 times you've caught the plug with a pan or something. So that's the plug socket that relates to your ring on the top.
Brilliant.
Okay. So, just pull that down, we'll remember. Bunk beds are the next one. Would you like a demonstration in building the bunk beds?
Yeah, please.
Oh! Testing me on a Monday morning. So, the table, just take it out of the way.
Very cool.
So, then, the next thing you need to do is move all your cushions out of the way as well. So, would you like a cushion?
Thank
you. Another cushion. Right, so, for the base, inside here, we have your lovely slats to make up the bottom of the bed. So your slats simply go on there. Okay? Obviously I'll have the other end straight, but I'll wait in the middle. So to actually raise the bunk beds, all you do is pull it towards you, up, and then back on itself. Pop them down to the bottom, obviously so it's a flat bed, you don't want to sleep in a diagonal. And then all you do is poppers on either end, undo your poppers, and then again lift, back on itself, down, and then simply pin that to the wall.
Genius.
Okay, the only thing you may have to do then is come underneath, because you imagine the bunk bed's in the way a bit, and then just quickly pop your last slats on. And as you see, they're not awkward or fiddly or nothing. Okay?
You're going to try the top bit out for us.
How much weight does this hold?
11 stone.
Oh, that's alright then, isn't it?
Not for me, it's not.
I certainly wouldn't be allowed up there. So if you look, your cushions are split. So all you do is open them up. So there's one, and then there's your end one as well. Okay,
Brilliant.
so that's your top one.
And then
Yeah,
same again.
for the bottom ones, apart from, I'll let you stick them on, and then I'll show you what this is for. Yeah, that's it. Other way, right? Other way. Other way.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. We'll put the other one on, we'll find out now. This is the joys of bunk beds. There's always something fiddly, Rich.
Imagine doing this after a few beers.
Yeah. So, if you notice now, if you push them to the back, you'll notice you've got a big whopping gap there.
Yeah.
So this is where this lovely puppy comes in, and you use it to fill the gap. The easiest thing, I've done that just to show you, but ideally you want that at the
On
back
the back.
up against the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Can-
your bunk bed.
Can that? So does that stay in a? Can you just have a single bed without the bunk beds?
Yeah.
Up as well.
Is there a ladder?
Yes. Yeah. So inside here, you've got the slats which go on the end. So you've got one single one which sits here, so it stops the kids from falling out, and then also another one on the far end at a right angle, so it goes round the end as well. So it's just
Do they just clip on?
yeah, they literally push on. If you look underneath here, you'll see the little metal catches that they sit in.
Yeah.
So one sits in down there and around the back there, and then the other one literally just sits as a straight line in there, and then obviously they've got the gap in the middle so they can climb up on it. And then obviously there's your ladder as well, inside there as well.
Cute.
It's nice, isn't it?
I was going to say, if you're going to use the bunk bed, I'll keep the bits inside here. If
Yeah.
you're not, I'll probably just take them out and keep them in your garage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It does take up a bit of room in your wardrobe with the ends and the ladders. I mean, if it's something you're going to use, then perfect, leave it in here. But if not, I'd probably take it out and just take it with you when you thought you would be needing it. Okay, so we'll pack it back down now.
Thank you very much. Remember that.
Yeah.
It is. They are quite straightforward once you've done them a few times. You do. You'll learn as you go. But I mean, they haven't changed the design of caravan beds for, I don't know, since they first made a caravan. I think they're still exactly the same. You can get one that's 20 years old, or one that's a day old, and they're still exactly the same. Now sit back down, and then pop it on. Right, so then, back on itself, diagonally down, and then back to the wall. As easy
And
as
then
that.
them go under them.
Yeah,
like
then-
this.
Simply take off, it doesn't matter which one you pop them in. That's it. And yeah, you are right, if you want to set it up as just a single bed, you can just set it up as a single bed, you don't have to have it as a double. That's it. Oh, look at that, perfect. Didn't even need to explain about the cutouts. But the good thing in here, especially if it's just the two of you, you can leave this set up as your dining room and have your bedroom there as such. So
Yeah.
at least in the mornings, one of you can have a lie in while the other's sat here reading the paper. So it's good.
Wonder who that'll be.
One up, all up. And then your table just hooks on at a diagonal angle and then drops back down. If you do want to alter the table, you can just pick it up, just sort of jiggle it, to move it over.
That's fine.
Lovely.
And you can travel with your table on there. That's
Oh, okay.
certainly
Fine.
not going to go anywhere when you're travelling. Okay.
Brilliant.
So, what have we got left? Roof hatches. So, to open the hatch above your head, all it is push the little button down and then pull the levers round. Same on that side. And then it's just as simple as push it up in here. So that's your top one. And again, to pull it down, pop your bar back in and then just simply lock them back over.
What are those two little levers?
These ones,
No,
Yeah.
here, this side.
do you know what? I have not got a clue. So no one's ever asked me, and I've never asked myself, so yeah. I'll inquire on
Looks
that.
like something should go in there.
Yeah.
I think
I have seen up. Do you know they have all got them? But as for actually what it does,
I've got an idea.
Push the
make sure you
button
press the
in,
button
push
first. That's it. Ah, there you go.
Something like that.
And it sort of locks it in place so
Yeah.
you can't. Look at that.
Yeah.
Even I've learned something new
There
today.
you go.
Gets to a stage when the trainee's being trained by the. Oh, yeah. There you go then. Yeah. So that obviously just locks it in so you can have it set at a lower level. In case you've got an escapee parrot or something in here and you need to keep them in. Right, so I'll mosey on down. We'll do the bathroom next. Oh, well. There is a curtain inside there. So the curtain comes round. So if you have got any visitors over in the bunk beds, at least you can have some segregation and pull the curtain round so they can have a bit of privacy. Unless it's the kids and you need to keep an eye on them like a hawk. So, into the bathroom. So, inside your wardrobe, main thing to show you really is your directional TV aerial.
Oh, okay.
So all that is you unscrew that white nut and you can literally shove it up in the air and spin it round 360 degrees whichever way round you want it. The little white lever on the bottom there spins round, and what that does is sends your aerial from sideways and tilts it on its side like that. So when you get to a site, the best thing you're doing is looking which way everyone else has got theirs pointing and just copy which way they've got theirs pointing. You've got more chance of picking up a signal quicker than you have trying to find a signal. Obviously they are good, but if you're in deepest, darkest Wales, you know what it's like. Most of the time you can't even get a radio signal, let alone a TV signal.
Yeah.
So it all depends on where you are, if you get a signal or not. And then obviously your wardrobe, there's a few more drawers down there, so you're certainly spoilt for storage in here. You're not going to be... So, your toilet. To flush your toilet, just hold down the blue button on the top. And that's what's drawing out of that external tank and filling up.
Do you have to hold your
flushing the
finger on it,
toilet.
or is it?
Yeah, for as long, the longer you hold it, the more time it flushes. So it's not it's not that posh that you press it once and it does a flush. You have to hold your finger down. It will light up a little orange LED light there when it's your turn to go and empty the toilet because it's always our turn to open it. Now, at the very front of the toilet, you see the little grey lever? See the sliding lever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that open and closes the gate down into the toilet. So you need to slide that across to open it up so you can use the toilet. Obviously when you finish using it, just close it back off.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. Obviously only open and close that lever with the toilet lid down. Don't really want to explain why, but you certainly don't want to be greeted by what you just got rid of, put it that way. So always open and close that lever when you finish what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously mix a tap in your bathroom, same as your kitchen sink, and the same in your shower, mix a tap in there. So when you're priming your water systems, do your kitchen sink first, but then do just come through here and then just run your two other taps in here just to make sure you've got all the air out of the water system. Okay.
Okay.
A beautiful shower.
It is, isn't it?
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're the
That's what we
biggest-
liked about this
Yeah.
one. Is the shower.
Yeah, and they are decent showers. They do get you can have a good shower in these, put it that way. A lot of people, oh, I'm not going to shower in my caravan. Well, what's the point of having it if you're not going to use it? And that's about it, really. Oh, you've got the last different hatch here. So for this one, it's just as simple as press the button down, and it drops the lever, and then you can just open it up. Or you can stagger it by opening it on any of the others.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And then obviously on all these you have got your blackout blinds and also your fly screens as well.
Yeah.
So that's the same in all of your windows. The only one that hasn't got a fly screen on is your extractor fan that's just got the blackout blind on it. This is because the fly screen's built into it. So to operate this, just turn it. Can you see the lid lifting through it?
Yeah.
So all you need to do is just open this up, and then it's just as simple as whichever direction you want it in is the first switch. So obviously in the middle's it off. So I'd say that's on suck. And then blow. And then obviously your speed's just in the middle there.
Yeah,
so it's
brilliant.
good if you're burning your toast or anything in the morning. Or again, summertime, if you're hot in here, that is a good way of getting the heat out of your van, is by having your windows open and that blowing in, and it will literally just blow all the hot air out as
Yeah.
such.
Great.
And then obviously when you're finished, just simply wind it back down. Do remember to drop that down, because if you do drive down the road with that open, it probably won't be there when you get
Yeah.
wherever you're going.
That's lovely.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
And that's about it really. I've run out of things to show you, I think. Unless you've got any other questions.
Towing.
Yeah.
What can you put in your caravan, weight-wise? Do you think?
Don't go crazy. It is the main thing of it. And if you do have anything heavy like an awning or anything like that, always put it between the axles. So put it here in the centre of the caravan. What you'll find is if you put a lot of weight at the back end or the front end, it will adjust. It will affect the way the caravan will tow, and you will get it swinging. So always travel. If you've got anything really heavy, put it at the front.
So clothes and food and whatever already just to pack in.
Fine, but I wouldn't sort of stick into the 24 bottles of wine or anything.
No.
Like that. Anything heavy, I'd stick in the car, and then
Yeah.
obviously transfer it. When you're on site, you can stick whatever you want
Yeah.
in here. But
Okay.
yeah, that's what most people do. Is you'll see in the car's absolutely rammed jammed.
Yes.
You can't get away with it. But I mean, as daft as it is, with what you're pulling on it,
Yeah.
you won't even notice this behind you. You won't.
Just push bikes. Could you put push bikes in a van, or wouldn't you recommend it?
You can do. It's just what you've got to remember is you don't see inside the caravan. It does move around a lot when you're travelling, so that's why you don't want to put anything heavy up top, because you will find when you're moving and things are moving around inside this. So you could put bikes in here, but I would just make sure that they're nice and secure.
Yeah.
You got to imagine if you put a cup of tea on the side here,
Yeah.
it certainly wouldn't be on the side here when you got to wherever you're going. So.
Yeah. I'm just asking stupid questions.
Yeah, or I mean, you can have a bike rack fitted to the back of your caravan if you wanted, but obviously there's an additional charge and things to it.
Oh, pick up.
Yeah.
Fine, thank you.
Okay.